Genesis chapter 37. So Jacob dwelt in the land in which his father had been a stranger and sojourner in the land of Canaan. This is the history of the descendants of Jacob, and in this is Jacob's line. Joseph, when he was 17 years old, was shepherding the flock with his brothers. The lad was with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's secondary wives, and Joseph brought to his father a bad report of them. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a distinctive long tunic with sleeves. But when his brothers saw that their father loved Joseph more than all of his brothers, they hated him and could not say peace in a friendly greeting to him or speak peaceably to him. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him still more. And he said to them, Listen now and hear, I pray you, that this dream I have dreamed. We brothers were binding sheaves in the field, and behold, my sheaves arose and stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about my sheaf and bowed down. His brothers said to him, Shall you indeed reign over us, or are you going to have us as your subjects and dominate us? And they hated him all the more for his dreams and for what he said. But Joseph dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brothers also. He said, See here, I have dreamed again. And behold, this time not only 11 stars, but also the sun and the moon bowed down and did reverence to me. And he told it to his father as well as his brethren. But his father rebuked him and said to him, What is the meaning of this dream that you have dreamed? Shall I and your mother and your brothers actually come and bow down ourselves to the earth and do homage to you? Joseph's brothers envied him and were jealous of him, but his father observed the saying and pondered over it. Joseph's brothers went on to shepherd and feed their father's flock near Shechem. One day Israel said to Joseph, Do not your brothers shepherd my flock at Shechem? Come, and I will send you to them. And he said, Here I am. And Jacob said to him, Go, I pray you, see whether everything is all right with your brothers and with the flock, and come back and bring me word. So he sent him out of the Hebron valley, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him, and behold, he had lost his way and was wandering in the open country. The man asked him, What are you trying to find? And he said, I am looking for my brothers. Tell me, I pray you, where they are pasturing our flocks. But the man said, They were here, but they have gone. I have heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brothers, and found them at Dothan. And when they saw him far off, even before he came near to them, they conspired to kill him. And they said to one another, See, here comes the dreamer and master of dreams. So come on now, let us kill him and throw his body into some pit. Then we will say to our father, Some wild and ferocious animal has devoured him, and we shall see what becomes of his dreams. Now Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands by saying, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said to them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit, or well that is out here in the wilderness, and lay no hand on him. He was trying to get Joseph out of their hands in order to rescue him and deliver him again to his father. When Joseph had come to his brothers, they stripped him of his distinctive long garment which he was wearing, and they took him and cast him into the well-like pit which was empty. There was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat their lunch. When they looked up, behold, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites, mixed Arabians, coming from Gilead, with their camels bearing gum, balm, myrrh, going on their way, to carry them down to Egypt. And Judah said to his brothers, What do we have to gain if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brothers consented. Then, as the Midianite and Ishmaelite merchants were passing by, the brothers pulled Joseph up and lifted him out of the well, and they sold him for 20 pieces of silver to the Ishmaelites, who took Joseph captive into Egypt. Then Reuben, who had not been there when the brothers plotted to sell the lad, returned to the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. He rejoined his brothers and said, The boy is not there, and I, where shall I go to hide from my father? Then they took Joseph's distinctive long garment, killed a young goat, and dipped the garment in blood. And they sent the garment to their father, saying, We have found this. Examine and decide whether it is your son's tunic or not. And he said, My son's long garment. Any evil wild beast has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob tore his clothes, put on a sackcloth, and mourned many days for his son. And all his sons and daughters attempted to console him, but he refused to be comforted, and said, I will go down to Sheol, the place of the dead, to my son, mourning. And his father wept for him. And the Midianites and Ishmaelites sold Joseph in Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain and chief executioner of the royal guard.